hey, wake up. Oh my God.
Hey, wake up.
Wake up. Well, it's Wedding Mayhem, episode 3. Welcome back, everybody. You're going to introduce our guest.
You're making me laugh.
On today's couch, we have the lovely Kathryn Wilson, who is a celebrant.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember how to say that correctly, not celibate.
No.
Do you get that a lot?
Yeah,
do
you know what? It's so interesting that you've said that, because a lot of the time my mum tells everybody that I'm celibate and then wonders why they don't ask anything further, but you know, she misses that. And I'm like, say celebrant. I'm a humanist celebrant.
You're a celibate celebrant?
No.
You don't have to be. It's not priest.
All right. 3 times.
Yeah, so I've been married 3 times, if you didn't just hear that.
I need to clarify as well, we're not with the same John.
Oh, yes.
Because we always talk about John and it's not just the one guy.
Yes, so
There's 2.
for content, we're
I
both...
can see that, but...
We
Yeah.
split him half week, you know. Yeah, half a week he goes to her and then the other half
Listen,
comes to
that
me.
could work in modern love in 2023. That could work out well.
Was it a throuple?
No.
It's a throuple.
No, we couldn't live together.
Oh, I'm not proposing we do it. I'm just saying that's what they call it, a throuple. You're like, oh no, I'd need to think about it. What days could you do?
You know, I'm literal. I can't do Wednesdays. Sundays I run, so I can't do Sundays. But I have to do mixed days. 2 days on, 2 days off.
All right.
All right. Welcome
Anywho.
to Wedding Mayhem.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm loving being here, so thank you so much.
Fabulous. How long have you been a celebrant?
It's been a couple of years now. I think I'm on my 3rd year. Just finished my 3rd season, I should say. And yeah, I do weddings, vow renewals, and divorce ceremonies. Anything that can be celebrated in love and relationships, I'm on it.
A divorce, so are they both there, or is it just normally one? Like, I got
Do
away
you know
from
what?
that?
Is it like uncoupling? Like the Gwyneth Paltrow
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
thing?
like a conscious uncoupling. There's been a rise in it really since COVID. I think a lot of people respectfully have realised that the person that they're with, as much as they love them, they don't want to be in that marriage anymore. Perhaps there's children involved. A divorce ceremony that I did once was the couple were both there and they just wanted to celebrate their love that they have, but they were consciously uncoupling and no longer having a marriage to each other. One of the people in the relationship decided that they were gay and they wanted to move on to another relationship. So yeah, I think when both people can be in the same place at the same time, mentally, physically, and emotionally, it's a really beautiful thing.
I've been there on two of the divorces. You know, where we were just friends and we were going in different directions, and before we sort of pulled each other apart. The sensible thing was to remain friends and paramount. That was who we are now. And it was hard, don't get me wrong, it was emotionally
Would you have had a
awful.
ceremony with that?
Probably with Ross, yeah. Definitely. I think definitely Ross would be up for it, but yeah, George wouldn't have been,
So at the end of like the divorce bit, normally it's like kiss the bride. You just like high five.
Well, my
cheers for the years.
That's a great one. I'm
That's
going to add that.
Yeah, pay me.
Yeah,
I've got a link for
cheers for the years,
GoFundMe wedding page. Every time you say
How
it,
many seconds
$5.
are we into the podcast before we're like begging for money?
My next door neighbour texts me going, where do I donate? And I said, just through my letterbox. Nothing's come through yet.
So if you haven't seen our first episode, Lauren's engaged, still engaged, not married yet.
It's like a BC time, isn't it?
BC time. So yeah, she wants a funding page. We should get that doing.
Funding page.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's get it set up.
So we're talking about divorce again, and we should be talking about weddings, but we'll get onto that. But and the ceremony. But is there like a reception?
Yeah, so it's just a party.
So it's a party.
But you can do things during your ceremony that are symbolic gestures and things that are true to both of you. And perhaps if you spent your first wedding giving each other gifts, you give each other different gifts as parting gifts. I guess it's the same as like leaving a job. Leaving a marriage, you're moving on, you're changing, your marriage status into a different one. So I think everything should be celebrated. I think for a lot of people, recently I was speaking to a friend of mine, he was like, there's no way they really exist. There's no way two people can be in the same place at the same time, so much so that they want to celebrate it. But, you know, as you said, Sharon, you know, you're in that place now.
Definitely. I went on holiday with Ross afterwards. You know, we both went skiing, you
Celebrate
know, because we were friends, you know. And we
didn't make it back from the trip.
We did make it back for the trip.
He didn't.
You know, and then with George, you know, we have a child, and you know, and you know, he was only 4 or 5.
Was that
so
Ross?
That's George.
Oh, George,
Keep
sorry,
up,
I thought you
Laura.
said, I'm getting confused, how many?
You know, and we had to navigate it, you know, for him, and if anything, for Matt, you know, I know that, you know, he would turn around and go, for God's sake, you know, I think he would prefer us to be, you know, fighting over days and stuff like that, you know, and, but we weren't. We were like, well, if you want to go to Dad, that's fine. If you want, you know, and we're still great friends now. And it's important, and looking how, I mean, Matt's 32 now and has his own family, and hopefully that installs him. You know, that you know, you can still be, you know, friends and still have the love and respect. And I think respect is really important.
That's interesting the way you say it, because a lot of couples, you know, will say, oh, I couldn't do that. I could never imagine. It's just such an upsetting thing, having a divorce. And I said, you know, you should always see it as you're gaining a friend. If you're both in this place where you can both take a friendship to a new level, instead of seeing it as something ending, see it as something new beginning.
We're better friends. You know, I've been through quite a lot, and so they have. And you know, you know, there will always be a room at the inn on my side, and vice versa. If I ever needed help, you know, I know that I can go because they're my safe people. You know, and
This is really sad.
Yeah, it was really sad. I mean,
It's sad. I haven't even married John, and now I'm like, we're just going to get divorced. We're just planning our divorce party.
But I don't think
So I'm
divorce
just like,
needs to
I
be.
want a friend.
I don't think divorce needs to be a negative thing.
No.
It's moving on to a
But
new
it's not
chapter
the
in
goal.
your life. You know, your life has several chapters as you go. You know, as you get older, and you know, George.
It's not just one wedding.
And it's not just one wedding. You know,
just one
George and I
wedding.
sat in the registry office, you know, the court office, and sat and did the paperwork together. And the guy behind the counter kept sliding open, going, "Do you want a cup of tea?" Because he'd never seen it before. You know, and the only thing that we did fight over who was going to pay for the paperwork, and in the end we split it. I think we did rock paper scissors actually, and I think then we just went 50-50
That's something
in the
so
end.
to be proud of, because there's not many people that can say that. If there was someone watching today or listening that is kind of going through that at the minute and is thinking divorce is the worst thing ever, like, would you have any advice for them?
Yeah, you know, just take, you know, I think people think that they need to hate each other. I think it's that mechanism to get you to the other end. It's like that vehicle, but, you know, and a lot of it is not made up, but it's like, well, I've got to do this. It's like a wedding. I've got to have the best. I've got to have the best dress. I've got to have the best venue. I've got to, you know, have the best of the best, you know, and the pressure on you to do that is immense. And they probably, and it's a generation thing, they probably see, you know, people in their family that have gone through it, that have divided families, that have split families. And, you know, and you laugh at me, but you should all just love each other. You know, love is really important. You know, we've gone through COVID and the love that poured out and showed, and that's why weddings are going up and up and up, because people have seen that relationships are really important and cementing those.
I want to go to a
relationships.
divorce party now.
I did do.
Can you bring us along next time?
I sold a dress to a girl that was doing a divorce party because she didn't want to mess up her.
You can get cards now, like congrats on your divorce. I see them all the time.
They did smash
Smelly
the
as men.
cake. Literally, so she bought a dress because she didn't want to ruin her original dress, even though she was never going to wear it again. And
I'd burn my dress.
Yeah, they had
for
like a
divorce
mini
party. That'd be fun.
reception.
Burn it. Burn, fucker, burn.
Have you seen that? I think it was a TikTok that went viral recently, and it's a girl putting on her grandmother's wedding dress and like wearing it at the reception.
Yeah, she had it altered.
Yeah.
And then, that made me cry.
Would you like to do something like that,
I'd
or
love
would you
that.
prefer to sell on your wedding dress? Would you like to keep it for generations
I
to
would
come?
keep it, yeah. I don't even know where my nan's dress, but I would have loved to have done something like that. Well, would love. I got married yet.
Well, I sold one
along.
dress to fund the next marriage, so you know, so
That's
yeah.
right. See,
Yeah.
that's
Handy.
very.
She had a few. It was like a little boot fair. You had a rail.
No, but you know, it was like.
Am I going to have to sit between you two?
Yeah, you might have
Starting
to.
with slapsies here.
Yeah,
we do slap
slapsies.
each other quite a lot.
You hit me. We always
You
bump
hit
bums,
me.
don't we, in the
Bump
shop?
bums, yeah.
And boobs. And then you're like, oh, Lauren, you're such a pervert. They're like the little late, not the little late. Well,
What goes
people
on in the shop
couch are like,
stays in the shop.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you would hope so. But we've got customers, and both of us just don't keep things inside. No. Everything comes out.
windy girl, you.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with upcycling. I gave Matt my original engagement ring and wedding ring from his dad, to do what he wanted to do, whether, he would want to
Did he use
that.
it or not?
No, he didn't use it in the end because it was emeralds and
I like
gold,
an emerald.
and she's a silver girl, and so it was, so he went and had it made. But so I think he's just kept it as an heirloom to pass down, and then
Your grandson might use it.
And then exactly, and then with Ross, I did pawn the ring to make.
You don't get much from pawning
No,
wedding rings.
Well,
They're
we lost
literally
time
like
at the
a
engagement
fraction
ring
of the
anyway.
value.
When we were married, it just fell out. But sign, literally 3 weeks.
Don't say
before
that, because literally after I'd had Elsie Ray, the band had snapped and I lost a diamond within like 2 weeks of each other.
That's why you're
and
not
I was
married
like, that's
yet.
a sign.
Yeah, that's why you're not married yet.
So do you just want to plan my divorce party? It's just John, we're done. We're done.
I'd rather start planning your wedding. I'm not going to lie.
I've got a question
rings,
before I forget.
Hold on, but those, the
just
rings,
talking about my
the
rings.
rings from the middle wedding we gave to the people that made my new ones, and he just offset costs. So and Ross was absolutely fine with it. He lost his, so he's got not a leg to stand on. But I don't think there's any stigma. I mean, back in the day, divorce was a really, really, you never said, "Oh, I'm remarried," and we still get the old girl coming in and going, "Yeah, it's my second time. I just want a knee-length dress." And we're like, no.
They're like, don't even think I want to wear a wedding dress.
Yeah,
and
we're like, get them in and then put them in a dress, and it's elegant and it's it's sophisticated, and they're like, oh, actually, you don't want to downplay your wedding.
Yeah, I work with a lot of couples who are on their second or their third time, and they're like, they love to call it their second or their third time, and I just say, just look at it as the right time.
The right time. Yeah,
you're getting it right this time. You've done you've had a wedding and a marriage before that didn't work out for you, and I think that's what life's about. Life's about figuring it out. Nobody gets everything right first time, and if you do, then fair play too. But it's very common now to get it right the second time or the third.
So I just can't hold anything in.
But do you think that's why people have a celebrant rather than have the formal registry or church and that, because they don't want to make it a big thing or look like the sort of mutton dresses lamb sort of scenario?
I think it's so different to having a celebrant-led wedding is all about the couple, and a lot of couples are like, oh, I could think of nothing worse than standing up there and having everybody hear about our relationship, showcase how we got together. Maybe there's a bit of drama involved there, so they don't want that mentioned. But I think if you're really proud of your relationship and the marriage that's to come, a celebrant-led wedding is so true to them, because it's exactly how they want it. It's not just dotting the I's and crossing the T's. It's quite an intimate process that I go through with couples, because I want to hear everything. I want to hear when you had your first kiss, how you realised you fancied each other, who made the first move, what were your first text messages about. Because that's, I want to tell, I want people at their wedding day to go, I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know that they got together through work? Did you know that there was someone else involved? Do you know? And those things should be celebrated because it's the truth. And you've ended up where you are today, happiness, deciding you're getting married to each other, which is a huge thing. And I think people don't realise how important it is to actually realise why you got together initially, to figure out why you're getting married.
Yeah, I agree. And a lot of people that come to the wedding don't really know the couple that well, or the partners of the friends. So I think that is key.
My story would be awkward.
We do it in the shop when they're trying dresses on, just to break the ice, because for the first time they're seeing us and we're seeing them naked. And it's like, so it can be a bit awkward, and it can be a bit shy. We get people that, will go and dress on their own and say, right, we'll come in once you're in the dress. And by the third dress, they're like, oh, you don't just might as well come in. Because we're friends.
Hold my boob while I pop this on.
Yeah, exactly. And we ask them how they met, first kiss, who asked who out first, and stuff like that. So
I ask everything.
Yeah, we want to know them. We build up a relationship with them, because we are with them pretty much at the start of the wedding, right through the end, and we see them go through that roller coaster, of people, sort of, overbearing their wedding and dictating their wedding and telling them, well, they can have this, they can't have that, and you must see that too, because you're at the beginning and at the end as well, aren't you?
Yeah, and I feel like our jobs are so similar in that we see people at their most vulnerable. Whenever a couple decide to work with a celebrant, I say, it's not for everybody. You can't go in this half-hearted. Like, you really have to kind of bear intimate details of your relationship, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, I've had a lot of couples who have actually they've delayed in sending me things back, and I've been like, is everything okay? And then I've got them on like Zoom, or I've gone to meet them for a cup of coffee, and they've been like, actually, we're having a couple of problems. There's fallouts with family have given us this money, and they want us to spend it this way, but we actually want it this way. And there's so much pressure put on couples, especially when there is money being given, because people think that they have a real say
it's so
about
bad
everything.
when people do that.
It is one of our questions.
I give you a fiver for your wedding, so I think you should have a priest.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I think you should mention me.
We get it. They particularly when they're not paying for their dress.
Yeah, so I'm buying your dress. I just don't get it. If you're going to give someone money, don't have terms with it. If you give them money, it's because you love them and it's a gift.
We had a girl years ago. I was actually on my honeymoon. The girls rang me and went, "Oh my God, this happened!" And basically, it was a girl that had already been back to try on a dress. She'd already picked the favourite, but there was another one that she wanted to show her mum. And the mum went, "Well, I like that one." She went, "Well, no, I really like this." And the shop was full. And she said, "No, I think I'm going to go for this one." And the mum said, "Well, if you go for that one, I'm not paying for your dress or the wedding." And she went into the changing room in the dress that she wanted to buy, came out with her credit card and went, "I'd like to buy this dress, please." And everybody was like, "Oh my God, yeah, it was, literally."
Yeah. Oh my God, it comes to see them.
Yeah. And I thought, oh my God, you're holding people to ransom, And I've had it, at my own wedding where, somebody, where they paid, and they invited loads of people that, Paul Ross had never he'd never met them.
Poor Ross. In the snow somewhere.
In the snow.
Still skiing.
He's not. He's living down the road.
He's
very, very happy.
Also, before I forget, have you ever cried during a wedding?
Do you know what? I find it very emotional because, do you know what? It's very tense on a wedding day, and a lot.
There's the build-up tense.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like nervous energy in the room. But I always find if couples decide to go the traditional route and the bride's father walks them down the aisle, I always get this surge of like, and then I go, "It's not about you." Because I can't start the wedding with like tears streaming down my face.
But that's like a film, isn't it? Because you get emotionally invested.
I do.
And I know the couple. The music does me.
Yeah, I know the couple. I know their families. I know their relationship that everybody has to each other. And I've probably met them pre the day. So in that moment, I go, okay, and I just take it like I take a beat.
You have to take yourself out a little bit.
Yeah.
We do the same. Some girls come and go and stuff like that, but some we know so well, and I cry when they leave with the dress. It's like bye.
Even like some, because this happened. My stomach keeps really growling, by the way. So someone's hungry.
Let's get some sound effects on that from Word to Mouth, please.
She's a growler though. In the show.
You've got a growler. Only joking, not seen it.
This is very so reminds
We've
me
got our Christmas do tonight.
Yes, our Christmas do.
Make sure you sort your growler out.
Yeah, no. Everything's been tucked in. It's not
tucked in. Are we prolapsing already?
I'm 55.
I don't think that should be happening, right? Oh, what are we talking about?
We're talking about brides leaving us, and
we've gone on to a prolapse. No, I was just saying, like when they come in, I think brides will think to like, oh, they do this every day, and like we're just like, no. Honestly, I have to hold myself back because some of them will come in and they shake, don't they? Some of them.
They're like Bambi.
You'd think we were getting them to like, I don't know, walk a plank or something horrific, and then you just see them gradually getting more and more relaxed.
You see the shoulders come down, and they know that, because I think it can be intimidating going into a bridal store. Yeah. They don't know what they're expecting, and that's one of the reasons why we're doing the podcast and why we film ourselves in dresses, because it's
Fine.
because they already know us when they've come in, and I think that's with you.
Yeah.
You know, they've seen your Insta stories and stuff like that, so they already feel that they're comfortable and relaxed. And I think once you get the relaxed side, you get the natural side.
Yeah, absolutely. I for one, I'm quite against rehearsals. I don't really enjoy rehearsals at weddings, just because I want everything to be in the moment. We can go through, we can have it visualised in your mind of this will happen and then this will happen and then you'll kiss.
Mistakes can happen.
Yeah, of course.
This
And
podcast.
they make it even funnier. The whole day is funnier,
Because
and you
that's
want it to be
them.
lighthearted and joyful, and add a little spice of humour. And you know, whenever people are feeling like, oh, I'm gonna cry here, then you throw in that splash of humour into that to kind of calm everybody down. But it's a very nerve-wracking day. But I just don't think rehearsals are that good, because most of my couples, I will get them to read and write personal vows to each other. So these are promises about their life together that they won't have heard.
And would you
before
have
that
heard
moment.
them?
I'll have heard them,
Right.
and I'll have printed them out, so both of them
Right.
can read them to each other in that moment.
That's nice.
But both people haven't heard each other's. So sometimes they're very similar, sometimes they're very, very different.
Yeah.
Some of them, you know, the groom's gone for something hilarious, whereas the bride's gone for something really soppy, or vice versa. I try to kind of tailor them so that they're both, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Similar in length, and
Yeah.
someone's not getting a sonnet that's 3.5 hours long,
Yeah.
and the other person's getting a sentence. So I kind of balance those up. But I think, as much as it is the biggest day and the biggest moments of your life, I think it's important that you savor the moment, and those nerves are good. I like to tell brides and grooms that you're going to feel nervous on the day, but just tell yourself that I'm just really excited. I'm really excited, because our bodies actually act and behave in the same way. The sweaty palms.
We get it in the shop. We know when we've got the dress even before it comes out of her mouth when she's in the change room, because the posture changes and she comes out of that
It's
cone.
just everything. It's just like a light goes on.
Yeah, you just
It's-
know,
yeah.
you know, so, and people pick up.
So do you
with that.
base your reactions on that, or do you know if you do that consciously, or is it subconscious?
We a little bit, because we ask them questions, so we never go straight in, is this your dress? But it was like, well, how does this feel? Always in the changing room is where they've probably already purchased their dress before they've gone out, and there's nothing worse when they've come out in a dress and they've already said to us, I think this is it, and gone out and people have gone, oh no.
When I stick my head up behind the curtain now, and I'll be like, she really likes this, as if to say,
Very
Not
good.
shut
They're
up,
very
but like-
vocal
Yeah,
now.
shut up.
and they'll be like, oh, okay, and then they'll
They
even
know.
like reposition themselves with their little proseccos, and then I'll be like, da 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 da.
That's so cute. Say it again. Prosecco's.
Proseccos. I'm not silly Billy like you. Say anonymous.
Do you
No,
do you know,
don't.
It's interesting that you've seen so much of that you kind of know how to read it, because I've been with a couple of my friends who have been trying on different wedding dresses, and I'm like a deer
Have
in
we seen them
headlights,
yet?
waiting for their reaction, being like, and they're like, well, what do you think? And I'm like, I don't know what your reaction is
No,
yet. So I don't
But
know
that's the
how to
good
act.
thing, because when
They
like
play
the
that
guests
little
say,
game.
we're waiting to
Yeah.
see what
Yeah,
you
and
think.
shouldn't-
Yeah.
Just be
It's
at your
like they
natural.
look for reassurance, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, and we're like, you're a 30-year-old woman, you know what you like and what you don't like. You do not want to be walking up the aisle in a dress that you don't like, because you've chosen it because somebody else liked it, because this is your wedding dress, not their wedding dress, and it is hard sometimes. I mean, we exchange anyway, so if they bought a dress and then something's happened, we've had it recently where, somebody's put the photos out of her dress already.
Yeah.
So,
She had to come, but she then come in, and then because I'd done her appointment originally, and I was gutted for her because she loved that dress, and then picked out another one that wasn't there when she was in, and it was like even better. So I was just like, even though this person's terrible for what they've done,
He was so
this
upset,
has happened for a reason.
so upset. And
Is that like a bitchy thing? Like, how does that even
We don't-
happen?
we don't-
It's just a nosy
know.
family member that wanted to have a peek.
They're like, we didn't
wasn't
know.
sure if there was
Didn't-
pictures or not.
Yeah, we didn't know if we could not. We didn't know we didn't need to do that. So we're like,
Talking of that.
That's why I was asking about the vows. Do you get to see them? And
Yeah,
does anybody else?
and
get
I'm
to see
very
them?
honest about that. I'm like, I'm fully transparent with the script, so everything, the stories of their love, how they got together, all that kind of stuff, they get to see that before the day. But the vows, because they're personal to each other and to everybody else, I don't let them see each other's, because I think it adds to the magic, doesn't it? It's
Do you ever
really
have to feed back and be like, Speech ain't very good.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Speech is
I
whack.
think I'd rather
That's
be
your
bad
job.
I'd rather
Yeah.
be bad cop than
Yeah.
you know on the day have the bride or groom look at me and be like, "What were you thinking, allowing that?"
Don't do an Arthur for maths.
Oh,
Arthur.
I love you.
I love you. Do you not see it?
No.
Do you watch
her.
Maths? Married at First
Yeah,
Sight.
yeah, yeah.
So
Sharon's
Arthur.
translating the lingo. Right, that cool.
I hate
Married at
maths.
Did you say I'm not that cool?
No, what was it you didn't know?
Did you just say I'm not that
Makeup
cool?
artist, I had
She
to tell you
did,
MUA.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, I
Basically, they did their vows, and then there was like an awkward silence, and he went, "I love you."
No,
never met her.
he got the thing from the
internet.
The internet, so it's like you are my everything. No.
That's
I
more
love you.
common.
It was
That's
really
more
creepy.
common than you
good.
think.
Yeah.
People think just Google
Yeah.
wedding vows to each other, and I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does it really mean to honor and adore the person you're marrying?
Yeah.
What does that mean? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, why are you writing it? Just because Google says that makes sense, that doesn't mean anything. What does, like, in your view?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask
Is
both
it
of
something
you.
where you would normally say to your partner?
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
it'll be like.
But what if I was to say to you, I promise to honor and adore you? What does that mean to you?
I literally feel like John would be behind me with the Hoover. Like as I'm walking round, collecting crumbs, tea in the other
Listen up,
hand.
John. This is how she wants to be adored and honoured.
That's what I would
Yeah.
take
Well, no,
it
for
as.
me-
It's a bit like...
For me, John, honour is you're going to stay together, and you're obviously not going to cheat, and I think adore
don't think
adore would be running my bath for me when I got home.
I think
And
it's
he
a
does
lot.
that.
I think
doing
those things.
the icing that we talked about
We
the other
do, it was so
day.
cute. He's not doing it
Yeah.
again though. So,
I don't
going back on track. A serious question: why a celebrant and not a registrar?
So
What is
I
the
actually
difference?
don't know.
Because a lot of people don't know that who's that? What do they do?
I just thought it was the same, and you could just pick different.
Yeah, so
Tell us.
you can, in my view, the way, because in England it's not legalised yet. So what I do as a humanist, what I do as a humanist celebrant, a humanist wedding celebrant, is
my
legalised
stomach
in
is
certain places like Jersey, Northern Ireland, where I'm from. You might be able to guess.
Yeah.
Is it legal in Jersey?
It's legal in Jersey, yeah, and so we're obviously petitioning, trying to get it to come through as legalised here. But at the moment, you have to legally go to a registry office or have a registrar at your wedding day to do the legalities.
Right.
But with a celebrant, it's kind of like an add-on scenario where you can have the registrar come to your wedding day and just do it in the morning, or the cheaper and the more budget-wise option is to go to your registry office either the day before or the week before, anything at all.
We've
there.
had that. People go in their jeans and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and get married,
and I mean, it's just signing paperwork. That's literally all it is. It's a bit like going to your pre-registration in order to register to be married. It's the same
notice.
thing. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.
To
I
sign
do know
your
some
notice.
bits, because I've not done it before.
Can you
and
have both on the same day?
you can do.
Yeah.
It is quite expensive, especially in certain places in London. I know it's like something like $2,000 to just
For a
have,
registrar.
Yeah, to just have them turn up and to just do the paperwork.
Really?
And,
Not
how,
even
and
to
how
have a
much is
ceremony.
it? How much is it for you?
So celebrants cost from anything from £1,000 to £2,000, and that's to do your whole ceremony, which is obviously all about your relationship, all about and my job is kind of very intimate. I have to get to know you as a couple. I have to learn those stories and kind of hear them to know how to rewrite them into your ceremony. So the process can take up to a year, depending on when I get booked. But
And I think also when they book you, they know that they're going to get you.
Yeah.
With a registrar, you're not guaranteed. I mean, we registered in one where in our catchment, but where we were getting married was somewhere else. So we didn't meet them until they did our interview 5 minutes before walking up the aisle. So you don't know who you're going to get.
Yeah, I think that's because a lot of my couples that I've worked with, they've said to me after, like, we feel like we've just had a friend marry us, which is really important to me, that I have that intimate relationship and friendship with the couple, that they trust me to deliver their ceremony in a way that's authentically them. And a lot of people after the weddings, they'll be like, how long have you known the couple? And I'd be like, just a little while. You know what I mean? Because if they have the belief that I'm a friend of theirs,
you've done it. You've done a
Do you normally
good job.
stay for like the rest of the day, or you just slip out the back?
out
the back. I've slipped out the back on a few dates.
What? Oh,
What do you think? This is it. This is where it goes downhill. I do apologise. I do apologise. I did. We're talking about dates. I did slip out. I got some. In fact, the waiter gave me a leg up in the toilets through the window, and
Why?
it was a really bad date.
Oh.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be
Did you
there.
not have just got a menu and just...
No,
one
no,
of them?
I had to go. It was not.
I mean, it has to
good.
have been really bad for you to have just
Yeah.
exited.
Were you in
like,
danger?
Yeah, no, I just didn't. Yeah, no.
Just didn't feel the vibe.
No,
Do you know what? It is 2023. Don't waste your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
It
do you know
wasn't
what?
2023 back then. It was
1983.
19. You're not far wrong.
Were you never married before this point?
No, I was
In
in between.
83.
I was in between.
You were ghosting.
Between marriages. I did.
You were ghosting
I was
before
ghosting
ghosting was a
Yeah,
thing.
I invented it. Yeah, no, literally, it was the waiter saying. He said to me, he said, "Are you having a bad day?" And I went, "I need to go. I need to go." And he said, "Can't get you out through the back door because it's through the kitchen." He said, "There's a big window in the toilet." And I went, "Ideal." So he legged me up and
And she went out with him next week.
I did go out on
You
a date
did?
with a waiter. Have I told you that before then?
I was just guessing. Was this a husband?
It wasn't a husband. No.
What was that bad
He was
with
very
the date?
nice. He was dribbling.
What?
When he was
old was he?
Physically or mentally?
No, yeah, but physically. When he's talking, it was just
Oh
running down
my
his
goodness.
chest. I could still see it now. And food in the corner of his mouth.
Saying that.
Ick.
When I was blow drying my hair, I was daydreaming, and sometimes when I daydream, I have my mouth open. I had a mirror in front of me. And I'm
There's
drying.
a downside to the hair, you know. So
And then come out then. And I was daydreaming, and I just had my head down, and I looked down, and I had a khaki pyjama top, and there was just a line. I was like, what's that?
dribble.
Dribble down myself.
But people I'm
bad.
going back into you. But do you get
Dribbling
that
into
where
you.
people do get so nervous that they do saliva?
No, or you know,
when you're
like
talking,
when
you
they
get
go
nervous.
like that, when their lip gets stuck up because it's so dry. Little dogs do it. You know, when they like sleep and they wake up like. Do you know? Someone's dribbling out the
Do you know
back.
what? Yes.
I love that.
You've
when
just
their little
lost
lip
our
gets stuck.
You've
That
just
happens
lost our
to me.
producer.
That happens to me in the mornings. My lip gets stuck on my retainer, and I'm like, "Morning, John.
Very special.
Sleep well."
Do you know what? All the time. And especially, so I always have like mints and a banana, an extra
What's
banana.
the banana for?
For like
Potassium.
Yeah, so it's slow release energy, and,
yeah.
and
I thought you meant
grooms
by
and
your wedding.
brides have never, they don't eat enough the morning of their wedding
No,
or
I wouldn't
right
eat a thing.
before
Yeah.
their wedding ceremony. A banana is perfect
Yeah.
because slow release energy. It also makes your breath not absolutely stink because it's
Yeah.
You know, and
What is the what's the alternative for banana? I can't stand bananas. They make me
Banana.
heave.
Do you know what? I've not found one yet, but like just a little energy bar, anything that's a booster, anything that's
Yeah.
because they're probably so nervous. And I always have water on hand for couples because it's right before their vows. I just say, do you want a glass of water? Do you want to drink some water before you start? Because
Yeah.
they're obviously holding the microphone sometimes. Sometimes they have a lapel mic, but they're saying these words that mean so much to them.
Yeah.
And there would be nothing quite as bad as them either hearing their own saliva, so they're like, sorry if you need to hear that, a bit of
Nice baby,
ASMR
like,
there
need
for
a
you.
drink.
But yeah, there's nothing worse than them sounding in the audio that they need a glass of water. Their mouth is dry like the Sahara. I wouldn't want to be marrying
Some
that.
water and
So
bananas.
what is the worst thing that you have witnessed either at a wedding or one of your weddings? But that's been nerves nerves have taken over.
Drama.
Yeah,
chaos.
I thankfully haven't had very much drama. I haven't had like wrong names being said or anything
you
like
have.
that.
You've had
I've
that,
had
yeah.
that. I'll share that later.
But yeah, no, I think just lateness is always a thing,
Yeah.
you know. So
Right.
not
You'd be late.
underprepared.
Yeah, all right. I think no.
Always late.
I am late, and it's to the point now. I just accept it, and Sharon's had to learn to accept it. Oh my God! Why did you just nuggy me? I nearly tripped.
Right,
We need to do the wheel.
Oh, we do
We're
the
gonna
wheel.
get
Let's do the
kicked out
wheel.
of
So
the
we've
studio.
got a wheel. Yeah.
Time's up, guys.
He's not
Get
kicked
out.
us. Right. So spin the wheel.
Oh.
You want me to do it?
No, you spin the wheel.
Right. This is the first time doing this.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
gonna- yes.
I'm nervous and excited.
You're nervous.
We need a win.
DJ, play that back.
This is going to be so shit. So basically, we come up with this last Saturday in the pub. We had just one drink because we had to go.
Why did you put a disclaimer in that?
I don't know, just because this is so new. Like,
Right,
we just spoke about it.
So we are going to hum a song.
No, Sharon is, and she's shit.
No, we're doing it both. You didn't tell me how to do it.
doing
my
it
own.
both. Right, okay.
Right,
You've
okay.
got to guess what she's
We're not allowed to show our
singing.
teeth.
Okay,
we're
I'll
not
close
allowed to
my
open
eyes.
our mouths.
I'll close my eyes.
No, you can. Open your eyes. It'll
No,
be better
you
for you.
wanna
Better
look at her for
experience. give us a number between 1 and 15.
15.
You're going to do it first.
Were you going to count me in? We both do it together.
No, because you probably think it's a different song to what I think it is. And it'll be a different tune.
Right, ready?
Right, you go first.
Is this a Christmas song?
It's a wedding song.
Oh, right.
Well, there was just...
More.
Go on, you do it.
Okay, she'll get it in one.
Oh, it's you're the guy you like, Tom Jones.
Oh, shit. I thought I was really good then.
Once, twice, 3 times a lady?
Hang on. Wait,
Right, let's do it together.
I was going for a different bit.
Oh.
Why are you going? It's like something in there. It's like I'm going like that, and you're going.
This was a bad idea.
Right.
Go.
Okay, let me do it.
I'm really trying, guys.
Singer. Right.
I've had the time of my life.
Yes! I was so good at that.
Can anybody else in this room
Well,
hear
3 times a
once,
woman.
twice, 3
Yes,
times a lady?
Same.
Okay.
What you
So-
heard I had the time of my life. Yeah, I'm really good.
Yeah, I had 1 time, 3 times a lady,
shit.
and I had the
Once I
card.
had Lionel Richie, once, twice.
What did you have with her? Like, she's shit, isn't she? Sorry, I forgot we were filming. I thought we'd stop. Right, let's do another one.
Okay.
Sharon first.
Right, 1 to 15.
2.
Oh, I can't do it.
Again, the same thing again. The same thing again.
I don't think I could perfect perfection.
Look me in the eyeballs. Look me in the eyeballs and do it again.
Jess will know this because we did this. This is me coming out of wedding ceremony.
Go again.
3.
Can you?
You're just not
You do it now. You do it.
Oh,
You got.
Have I?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Right, come on. We're running out of time.
Okay. That's some wipe on your face. Right, how can I do it on this bit?
Do another bit. Do a different.
You have to do
Because it's a good beat. I love this song.
Anybody else out there?
I'm yours.
Yes! Yes! I got yours! I'm yours!
That's it.
I done it in the accent for you! She picked it
What's
up!
his name? Jason Mraz.
No.
Oh no, it's the wrong song!
No, it is wrong.
Jason Mraz.
No, it is.
No, it's Stevie Wonder.
It's signed, sealed, and
Oh
delivered.
yeah, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Yeah, signed, sealed, but it's not called I'm yours. Yeah, it's not signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah. But you knew what song it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Jason
Right.
Mraz. Double of Stevie Wonder.
We have a actually. You've already given us. You need to give us a wedding ick. The worst thing you've ever witnessed at a wedding.
Okay.
There you go. Give me a card because it goes in our little.
Oh, right,
thing, which has
okay.
been supplied by Max at Check Over Dreams.
Definitely chair covers.
Oh, well, so the lady that supplied this box,
box
you're
is chair
just mugged
covers.
her off and then you're going to put it in.
Listen,
What's the cover? That
Max-
one. Go, hi Max. Hate your chair
Hi, Max.
covers.
No.
Yeah, I get
Some
it.
of them, like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, I don't care. My ex got married recently, and he had office chairs with chair covers, white chair covers, and you
Yeah.
could
Do you
see
hate him or
through
you
them.
like
See through
him?
the chairs. Yeah.
No, he's my ex for a reason.
Did you do the wedding?
No.
Oh, so
Imagine that.
Fuck that guy.
Our exes came to the wedding.
No, but it was off. It was very literally office chairs.
Yeah, you could tell it was office
And you could
chairs.
tell it was an office chair.
There wheels.
No, not quite. But you know,
I'm thinking, why
Sharon, go talk to table 2.
Go back to your own place.
Table 7, what were you in?
You know I would.
Into my next marriage.
It's really good.
that was really good.
That was good, was it? Cheers for the years, wheeling to my next marriage.
Perfect. Right, put it in the box. And I think...
Put it in the chair cover thing.
There we go. Right, we like to do a little...
Ones that are cheap, because he was cheap.
He was cheap, yeah.
He was cheap.
Yeah.
You don't
Couldn't
do
afford you,
cheap.
that's why he went to office chairs.
I think it would be really lovely for you to read out our little love note. We did
Okay, yeah.
What do you call it?
We called it Love Doves last
called it
week,
Love
and Jojo that was here was like, oh, cool, doves from above, doves from above, doves from above. Can I uncouple her?
Yeah.
Can you do an uncoupling?
Yeah.
Oh my God, let's wear all black and get that black veil we've got in.
I don't know if we would agree on
just
anything.
punch each other in the face.
Trying to plan a party with you two. Don't know.
We'll agree to work Saturdays.
I don't know if I have a year in my
So
life.
we're just going to call them love letters.
Okay.
So if you'd like to read that out for us. Do you
want me to say it to you? Like
No, because I'm not.
to Julie. This time next month, we will be saying our vows in front of the world.
Oh.
But before we take each other as man and wife, let me promise to be your best friend first and forever. I love you with all my heart. Tim.
Aww.
XXX.
Good
Very
luck.
good reader.
Yeah,
Say it's lovely.
Can I put it in here?
No, that's not Nick.
Put them in the bin.
Put them in the bin.
Screw you, Tim.
Oh, this is the bin. Is this our bin? I thought it was a post box to love letters. Oh, right, okay. It makes sense as it's bin now, right? Okay.
So for all the people out there that are watching our podcast, where can they find you?
Yeah, so my brand is Love Celebrants, lovecelebrants.com. And yeah, I'm based in the Buckinghamshire area, but I will travel for love.
Oh, I like that. That is lovely. Oh, we're clapping.
Thank you so much.
I know, that's lovely. Thank you. Have you enjoyed it?
I've loved it.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for having me.
yeah.
And let me know when you want to get divorced. I'll hook you up.
We will get married
maybe
first.
married and
Honestly,
No,
it's
to each other. Divorced from each other.
Let's do it. I'm going to ruin you.
Did you just say you're going to ruin me?
Oh,
You're finished. Trash.
I think it means something else, Lauren.
Oh no, I knew that. You're disgusting.
Well, on that note, I think we should say our goodbyes. Bye. Bye.
Where are we looking? Oh.
Bye. Oh my God.